When I first did my haul video, when I got these Chopard Happy perfumes, I got Lemon Dolce, which I really like, and then I got Felicia Roses, which I can't get on with, didn't work on my skin. So I did say that I was going to declutter this one. So anyone who watched that video won't be surprised to see this particular perfume. It's got a beautiful box. It's really pretty. This is a fruity rose perfume. Beautiful bottle, glass lid, thick glass. Oh, it's just so pretty. Absolutely lovely. I love these bottles. So Felicia Roses just doesn't really work on me. And I get a little bit of rose. It's very light. It's very watery. It's got something in it that just cannot agree with me. And if I remember correctly, it is geranium. Yes, it's got pink grapefruit. It's got raspberry, but the geranium just makes it smell weird on me. And honestly, geranium often smells weird on me. It gets like a pissy smell. This one is kind of, is it more fruity than it is rosy? Kind of from the bottle, half and half. It smells much better from the bottle than it does on my skin. But in terms of like choosing to wear a rose perfume, this is so incredibly light. And I mean, it definitely designed for very high heat. Like there's no point in wearing this when it's cold at all. It's almost invisible. But what I can smell, I just can't get along with. And I do think that it's probably the geranium to blame, because they so often put geranium in rose perfumes, and it often kind of ruins it, makes it very dry and like I said, like kind of urinal to me. I just can't really be doing with geranium a lot of the time. So as much as this is like a really beautiful bottle, I'm never going to wear it. There's no point in me having it. So this is got to go. I will just do a rose bundle on my eBay, so I can just get rid of that. Oh, this one, I might as well do this one then as well, because this will be with that. This is Paul Smith Rose. This is a limited edition. I think this is the 2019 one. You can't find the notes to this, or well, not reliable notes anyway, anywhere, because Fragrantica doesn't even have this limited edition. And wherever I've found it, they all have different notes. But I think that Paul Smith recycles their limited editions every like few years. So this one I'm pretty sure has strawberry in it. It's got the original Paul Smith Rose, which to be honest, I hadn't remembered, because it's been so many years since I've smelt the original Paul Smith Rose. I don't really like his rose. It's very dry and slightly old-fashioned to me. It's so dry. And this is very dry, but when it dries down, you do get a juicy berry smell that makes me think of kind of sharp, crisp strawberries. So I think if you like the original Paul Smith Rose, you would absolutely love this edition, because it just is, it's the original, but with like, and it's got that woodiness as well. But it's just got that slight fruitiness. I think it starts with something that smells maybe more lemony, but then when it dries down, you get that kind of sweeter, more strawberry smell. So I think it's really pretty, but it's just not one that I'm ever going to wear. And it's a massive bottle, so that one can go as well. It weighs a ton. If I actually sell a bundle of rose perfumes that has that Chopard one in as well, I'm going to have to charge a fortune for the old postage, because they're so heavy. This is not going to fit in my screen. Oh no. This is Hot for Her by Benetton. This never fits. It's so, and again, that's why it's so annoying to store. But this is not the very original formulation. But it's not the newest formulation, because the newest formulation doesn't have this cool lid that you literally twist it to spray it, twist it to lock it. Hot by Benetton is basically a dupe for Chanel Allure. And it's quite a good dupe for Chanel Allure. It's really pretty. It's lovely, in fact. I just can't wear it. It gives me a headache. And it's because of the jasmine in it. It's very beautiful, soft, woody, warm, cozy. It smells like people say it smells like a cashmere sweater. You know, I am more of a kind of synthetic fabric kind of girl, because that stuff's expensive. But I think it's very, very pretty, and I think it's a really good dupe, and it's really quite lovely. But I can't wear it. Like I said, sadly, I love the smell of it. Keep smelling it, keep loving it, but gives me a headache, so that one has to go. It's a real shame. But yeah, I mean, I highly recommend that if you like Allure, or you just like kind of woody jasmine perfumes, like soft, wintry, autumny woody jasmine perfumes, then I think you'd love this, and it's a really good replacement for Allure. And to be honest, it's been so long since I smelled Allure, I don't know how the EDP and the EDT compare to each other, and I don't know what's still available, but just from remembering back in the day what Allure smelled like when it came out when I was young, this is pretty good. This is one that I like, but I don't love. And because I'm doing this declutter, partially just because I have no space anymore, I've got way too many perfumes. I really need to downsize. So this is Cabotin Rosalie. The Cabotin bottles take up a lot of space. So I tried this one again the other day and I had feelings about it. And then I was like, okay, I think I'm going to take a decant of this one. Just a little decant, and I'm going to pass it on. Such a cool coloured liquid in this. I think it's a real genuine shame that this has a opaque silver plastic on the top, but on the bottle, because I think it's got a beautiful liquid inside. Really cool colour. So Rosalie is rose and violet and almond and lemon tree. It's quite an unusual scent. It's powdery. It's very pretty. When I got this, it was cold weather, and I was like, it's pretty, but it's so light. I'm going to keep it till summer. So I tried it again, and it was an absolute beast in summer. Well, it's not summer yet. It's warm spring. We're just stepping into summer now. But in warmer weather, I reckon it was maybe a 19-degree day. It lasted all day. I literally just sprayed it on my arm when I was thinking about decluttering stuff. And I could smell it all day. I wore something else that day, and I could mainly smell Rosalie. So it's a beast in warm weather. It's very very equally violet, lemon tree, almond, and maybe a slight bit of wood, you know. You only get a hint of rose in this. It's not a very rosy perfume, but I think it's really pretty. But again, I don't need it. I'm never, ever going to get through 100 ml of this. So I'm going to take a little decant and then I'm going to pass it on, because I think this one's been discontinued. It's not particularly easy to get hold of. And as you can see, I've barely touched this. It's pretty though. But yeah, it was, my God, the difference between this during cold months and warm months was astonishing. Okay, we've got Replay Eau de Toilette for Her! Exclamation point. This is a perfume that really reminds me of a tea perfume I had that was made by a footballer. I think it's called Supreme for Her, something like that. Yeah, it really smells. It's like a slightly sweet citrusy smell. It's almost got a little bit of a vibe of one of those Hermès Jardin perfumes. I just can't think which one. And it also smells a tiny bit like something like CK Into You for Her. So it has that sort of citrusy, but with sweet vanilla-y and slightly woody kind of vibe to it. I love this bottle. I don't like the little sticker on it, but I really like the bottle. But neither of the Replay perfumes I've had in these bottles are things I actually particularly enjoy. So there's no point in me having them. But this is really cute. It's really pretty, really fresh. It will be easy to wear, but it's not really my favourite kind of profile. That scent. I've decluttered CK Into You, and I've decluttered another perfume I had by Oriflame called Wake Up from the Feel Good range, because that smells a bit like this and that as well. Although that one's a bit more zesty. This is a bit more similar because it's quite sweet in the base. I know it's quite citrusy, this one. I can't really remember any of the notes that are in it. I know the top note is like citruses. So personally, if I want to wear a sweet citrus perfume, I'm going to wear Hairdresser's Husband by Lush, because that is lots of fresh, natural smelling citruses, and then it dries down and there's like a slight creamy vanilla in the base. So that's just, my preference. So I don't really need these other ones. It is pretty though. It's definitely pretty. Which one is it? Jardin sur le Toit, maybe. I find it difficult to remember which one of those is which, because there's so many of them now. But it's a bargain. If you see it for a bargain, it's really nice. This is Yope, All About Eve, or as I used to call it when we were in school and all the boys wore Yope for him, Dupe is what we called it. This is an apple perfume. It smells like a wax candle, and there is something about that I quite enjoy, but I find it impossible to wear it. I like the smell of it just for the sake of smelling it. Yeah, because it's got a really sweet vanilla in it as well. It's a really cute little bottle. It's that, oh, see, it smells so pretty when I spray it, but I know from wearing it, I can wear it for approximately half an hour before I start to get very irritated by it. And that is because it genuinely smells like a Yankee Candle. It has like the waxiness that you get from the skin of like a green apple. But then there's so much vanilla and a hint of cinnamon that it actually starts to fully smell like a candle. And I really, really like it. See, spraying it now, I'm like, God damn it. It's pretty. It's so pretty. But I know I just don't wear it. I just can't wear this. Like, I've worn it and I've been like, yeah, I mean, it was fun to smell like a candle, but it becomes quite cloying to smell like that. And also, I now have a Brocard perfume that is like an apple and toffee perfume. And that one, it goes through a phase like this where you get the florals in the middle that are just a bit like, oh no, it's full candle zone. But then it dries down into like a toffee smell, and I prefer that from a dry down that's vanilla. That one's got cinnamon in as well. They're actually quite similar. So like, I mean, I've just decided that that's the one I'm going to keep. And this is, even though that's a bigger bottle, this is one I'm going to get rid of just because it's super pretty. But like I said, it definitely smells like it smells exactly like a Yankee Candle I used to have, like an apple. It was called Beans Wax. It was just, yeah, it's super cute. It's such a cute little bottle, but there's no point in me having this. I'm not going to wear it, you know, even if I just smell it just for the sake of like, oh, I remember that Yankee Candle. I'm not going to actually want to wear it because it's just too cloying for me. Yeah. So that was all about Eve, and that is probably my last declutter for a little while, because I think I've made like 800 videos at this point of all the things I need to declutter. Thank you for watching. Please don't take offense at any of the things that I've said I don't like. It's no judgment on anyone else's taste. It's like super individual, and I smell things in a totally different way than half of the people who watch my videos. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and let me know if you have any of these and how you feel about them.